Thank you, Steffi. Sorry it went out. Nothing I could really do about that one. Not much danger. I was streaming, but then my power went out. So, mid-game. That was fun. Getting zugged on Frostmage and Shuffle, yeah. That is the caster experience, just having 3 melee and a BM Hunter running at you the whole game. Gets up huge because of the flare. The end cap. Don't know why I'm really dying on Argo, but okay. Get into a blind sap. I guess they're blind. Any procs? feel like I do nothing outside of Crackshot Widows. I mean, that's sub too, right? You do nothing outside of Symbols and Kyrian and, you know. Windwalker's like sub? There's no spec like sub. Sub is just gone. Even current sub is basically Pepsi Light Outlaw. You're just there to spam cheap shots and hope your Boomy or Windwalker solos someone. Like, yeah, Windwalker can randomly one-shot people, but it's only mobile at running away, not mobile at chasing people. You're gonna get micro CC'd a billion times, and people aren't gonna actually let you always one-shot. And you're not gonna have as many stuns, you know? It'll just be the occasional, oh, this is a nice window for a Ring of Peace, or a nice window for an in-cap, you know, and then you just kind of continue PvEing. It has Sub-Rogue Burst, it's just, you know, you don't really do much on it. But I enjoy my Windwalker a little, but there's nothing that plays like how old Sub-Rogue played. There's not really any CC comps or playstyles anymore. It's just a, oh, it's an Outlaw Mirror, let's harass CC this Adrenaline Rush for 40 seconds. Oh, let's drive by micro CC the healer with a Gouge and Kidney every once in a while, or a Step Kick on all 3 rogue specs. Yeah, I mean, this expansion went from really good to, like, BFA tier as one of the worst within one patch. It's kind of crazy. I only like when the game is, like, faster paced. Like, every game should be, like, 3 to 5 minutes with, like, a couple meaningful plays being the deciding factor. Not, like, a 8 to 11 minute game where almost nothing matters except for getting a drink and stopping drinks. Like, I can just flat out tank a Serenity or a Blades on a non-work now with, like, no trinket. It's kind of sad. Yeah, at least War Within and Cataclysm are soon. Maybe the Kiro talents will make the game a little faster paced, I don't know. It seems like they're going to be really toxic, though. Like, they're just giving Boomy even more problematic issues. Like, they're not getting rid of Root Beam and, like, redesigning it to have something that's not so polarizing of, oh, they counter this with Gnome, or, oh, they counter this by being an R-Druid that's just, you know, power shifting. And they're doubling down on, like, giving Boomkins, like, Trents again, too. Which there's already too many billions of pets in the game. I don't know. Kinda just excited for Kata. Should have danced to keep my adrenaline rush. Oh nice, I still kept it. Yeah, it's my better Blizz plates and frames. There's like a dark mode tint for everything. And then it's also my combat indicator, my party cast bars, the highlighting certain buffs and debuffs. Hiding certain pets and stuff as well. What's up, Tronics? How you doing, man? Windwalker control and stay on target? I didn't say that. I said Windwalker can do like more burst than Seb. That's all I said. I said Windwalker won't be that much more fun because you're gonna get kited. Windwalker only has mobility running away, not chasing people. But Windwalker, you're just running around waiting for like a good in cap or like a good, you know, ring of peace and stuff like that. Isn't mobility? The way Monk works is it's not like a constant. It's not like a constant, you know, you're moving fast, right? You're just doing gigantic like overshoots of everything. Like, you know, flying serpent kick across the entire map, cancel it early. You know, port away defensively. And then, like, your rolls, you can't cancel or roll anymore. Like, back in the day, you could cancel roll if you were really good. And you could, like, roll, like, 4 feet and, like, go behind an evasion to leg sweep it. And that was part of the skill cap and the fun, was having, like, a cancel aura for it and, like, double tapping it and timing things, you know? Now it's like you... If they're, like, here and you're, like, here, but your roll goes to, like, here, you kind of, like, don't want to, like, overshoot it. Or you're always in this like dead zone where you're trying to use your... I always forget the name of the, like the main attack that procs Skyreach, like Keepers or whatever. I think it's... You're always like trying to palm strike to like, you know, get the little 10-yard teleport or whatever. But you're just like always like 2 yards out of range, just getting kited. Like it's kind of, it gets dead zoned a lot. Or you spend most of your energy just trying to keep on your target or trying to keep them snared. Or it's just like, oh, the druid keeps power shifting. I don't really want to spend a global to snare him to get him unsnared because I don't have a passive snare baked into my rotation for no reason. Yeah, you're basically, all that mobility, you don't have to worry about overshooting if you're using it entirely to run away. Like, oh, I ported. Okay, they chased me. Okay, I ported back. Oh, now I flying serpent kicked across the map. Okay, now I use like one of my 4 CCs to like peel for myself, you know, with disarming them or incapping them or stunning them or ring of piecing them, you know. And you can kind of like peel for yourself really well. But that mobility doesn't always like translate to just chasing someone down that's running away from you. Like if you're chasing a druid in 2s, you're going to be so miserable. Because it's like, oh, I can never snare them. Because I'm just trading a global with shapeshift. And they're just perma freedom, then I'm slowed. Not having a passive snare is really, really annoying. Still play sub for VR2s? Not really. I've even come to like Outlaw double DPS. That's how dog shit sub is. Because at least then I give someone haste, then I can go drink up me Hardy and heal them a couple 100k on Vile. There's like no point of sub. Unless you're playing like at 2k rating. And you know the other guy's just not gonna trinket or anything, and you're playing double DPS. And your partner is doing like a 500k Ray of Frost with you or something. Sub 1 EU AWC, it's not winning this week, I'll tell you that much. That was the biggest fluke of all time and not realistic of how it's played at all in any other bracket or any other comp. That is no one prepared for that comp at all. And it cheesed a couple people and got a really lucky bracket run. They're already out this week. They didn't make it to Championship Sunday. Why am I dead? Grapple over so he can link me. I was trying to vanish this clone, but it didn't want to go off for some reason. I lose my adrenaline rush because of that. Three. There's a reason only one team in the world is playing sub, and I can go thousands of games 2 weeks straight without queuing into a single sub rogue on ladder. It's just not fun to play anymore. People will just disrespect tank your blades. You're just there to be a cheap shot bot and pray that your Boomkin or your Windwalker solos someone. Like, even if you play like a flag build with crazy mastery, you're getting like 160 eviscerates out of like 1.1 million. Oh, you do a 200k Kyrian? Oh, that's insane. I mean, that's just Outlaw mirrors, where it's just, oh, stun, gouge into clone. Oh, you know, like, we peeled this adrenaline rush, mass entangle, where you're just there to peel the other AR for like 30 seconds straight. But that's every spec in the game, since all that matters is mana now. Healers carry the most. DPS don't really matter that much anymore. Outside of how much mana you make the enemy healer spend. Not really about, like... And how much damage you avoid by having, like, good cooldown traits defensively and positioning. But not really about, like, how well you, like, land your interrupts or how land you, like, land CC and stuff like that. Like, CC is just not that meaningful anymore. Because people don't play to win anymore. It's play to not lose on every single comp. Like, even RMP is a dampener mana comp. Unless you're playing at lower ratings and it's like rank 1s versus like gladiators and you like hard gap. But there's just so many comps that just should never die. Like, try to play RMP into like DHLE and you're gonna be fucking miserable. Or any Demola. I like this thing. take a nap in this 8-second clone because of a pressing guard. Guy triggers the last second of blind after the guy's already dead. I mean, the rating is still really deflated too, because they added like 200 points of deflation or inflation when everyone was complaining. And people went from like 2.4 to like 2.6 or 2.7, and then since then they have added almost no inflation. So 2.8 is just all the top AWC teams, and then 2.6 is still all the top AWC teams playing their alts. And there's no variety at all. I think rank 1 is still like 2670 right now or something. So like, yeah. Dies here, I think. I see that. No kick. So maybe I grapple out a line of clone here. Dragon kicks it from me, nice. Too bad I get clone now, because I shouldn't have grappled away, I guess. I didn't know my dragon was going to kick it. Made it hard for me to come back to kick it. I didn't get to kill the healing stream here either. Totem duty. Tried to grapple over to kick that. Gouge just as an interrupt just to be annoying. Behind this, clones me through LOS. Definitely around the corner. I'd happy to be in AWC too. Kill the totem because that's the best player on their team. EH just trinkets my gouge to solo him. Problem is you set up a big perforated Kyrian into his, you know, a secret tech, and you get good RNG and you crit multiple hits of the secret tech, and then you do an Abyss and you crit that too because you're still really, really lucky and you won the lottery. You still barely break a Dark Pact. If I burst an Outlaw Rogue on a Sub Rogue, I might get him to 50% with my full burst window. If I'm like saying in the stun lock on an Orc. And it's not even worth playing Orc on an Outlaw because you lose too much damage. Got 1 out of 3 nulls, I guess. I wanted to get more, but I got stunned. Got the third one out. Got the third one off. Try to kidney into clone in like 5 when he's off the air. Take Spirit Bloom into the kidney. Come give the Boomy haste. So I'm not gonna get it. Maybe we can clone off the gouge. Stun DH to cover the kicks. Kick the clone. On use trinket. I mean, that's how sub's always been. It's the reason for using Blade Flare before opening. It's part of the upper handed talent. So it makes my Slice and Dice not lose duration, and I'm using Slice and Dice because of improved Adrenaline Rush. So it's Blade Flurry, Stealth, AR, I get full combo points, Slice. And now the Slice and the AR and the Blade Flurry are not counting down. So it saves you so many more like ramp up globals of opening. Didn't I kill Skyfair already? Did he place it twice? Hopefully he gets the lasso so I can keep killing the Healing Tide. Doesn't. I've triggered in one. Forgot to break that. Somehow I'm dying. I have evasion in 4. Thing is, like, Sub-Rogue is one of the only specs in the game that has, like, meaningful counterplay that feels bad when people do it. It's the only class that plays around really tight, specific windows of things happening. Where it's so situational. Every other spec is like, oh, they, you know, peeled my Essence Break. That's annoying. But you still did, like, an accidental 500k damage, you know? If you fuck up one thing on a Sub-Rogue, you're literally AFK the next 30 seconds. And even if you play perfect, every class in the game is still doubling your damage. Unless the game is like a minute long. Like, yeah, you have Cheap Shot, but a lot of other specs have CC too, and they added a lot of other cool tools like, you know, Static Totem and Searing Glare and all that. And it's pretty dumb to just think the Sub-Rogue deserves 0 damage. Like, I'd rather they just delete duels so it's like less cheesy. But I think at a certain point, damage across the board should just make more sense in terms of the players behind the character. There should not ever be a situation where like a top AWC player like Peekaboo or Waz or Calvish or something should be able to get out damaged by a random duelist on a damage class. You know, if it's a 500x gap player difference, it should always show no matter what class. It doesn't matter if you're playing the least damage class in the game, complete support bitch, and they're playing the highest damage class in the game, Zug Zug, no utility. The better player should still be top damage. Like, there should never be that wide of a gap in class design. Or just be like, oh, if you want to do damage, you have to play DH or Ellie or Boomy or Destro or, you know, specific matchups of Mage. Staring at details shouldn't be, like, the reason why you win or lose a game. Like, it's just way too PvE right now. Playing the rotation, you need like a lot of weak auras and stuff, but it's completely situational based on like what procs you get and all that. Just try to do as many like between the eyes spam windows as you can and get good RNG. Make sure you don't lose roll the bones or slice and dice. Or the crit buff from between the eyes. There are times where you'll press it when you're not in like a subterfuge window. And that's just like if you have no vanish or dance for like 40. I didn't get killing ghostly strike up for that. Make sure you're playing Night Elf. Shadow Meld is a pretty big deal for Outlaw. It's another hole between the eyes spam window, which just means you get so much more cooldown reduction spamming it. And so much less energy starved being able to spam between the eyes more too. Make sure you don't let your roll the bones ever actually end. Otherwise you're not getting advantage from your 4-set where you get to keep one. It basically makes like all of your rolls basically be a double roll for a while. Because you get to keep one buff every time you reroll with your 4-set. Try to micro CC the healer with a lot of gouges and step kicks and kidneys as much as you can. And the rest is just can you get procs, which I just got 3 procs in a row there, that was nice. Grab, take the shuffle while I'm mid-killing spree. Got the Holy Ward off. Get Angel Form. Blade Rush when you're energy starved or as a gap closer. You don't want to like overly mash when you're not like actually doing things with DRs sometimes. Like overly mashing Sinister to farm procs, unless you really need the cooldown reduction. Usually isn't that worth it. You don't have to press a global every single global if you're not like in Adrenaline Rush doing things. Otherwise you kind of will energy starve a little bit. No bugged. At least I ate the trap somehow. Cancel my Blade Flurry. That's another thing, is knowing when to cancel Blade Flurry versus keeping it up. When you could pad a little bit. I use Distract as my cancel aura. So when I have Blade Flurry up and I want to not have it up so I don't break CC, I press Alt Q, which is my Distract. Like right there, I blinded and then canceled it so that I wouldn't break my own blind. Being mindful of the cooldown reduction. I knew if I like did one more finisher there, I'd have evasion to survive here. I narrate all those things. His point of view is just mash 2 buttons. And he's still going to be ahead of me actually on damage. Details says it's not, but Details doesn't properly track pet damage. So when I die, he's going to be like 2 million ahead of me. Even though this is like a 1500, should be 1500 player if we switch roles. Yeah, he's 5 million ahead of me. Even though the guy has like 2 buttons on his keyboard. That's the World of Warcraft you play. Like that's why I just, in good conscience, if you're not like an AWC player or like rank 1 in general, I wouldn't recommend Rogue anymore. Like if you are new to the game, just play a DH and you'll learn it 10 times faster. Like why not just play PvE classes like the other 99% of the game, you know? There's no point trying to be like a specialist and like overthinking the game and being sweaty and being like, oh, I landed really, really good CC. Oh, I have like 800 weak auras for doing my rotation that's constantly changing. When you can just be like, ooh, this button lit up. What about Asa? I mean... you don't get that much mileage out of it. This is a little squishier. And you don't get to play around gouges that cleanly. You're not as flexible into doing whatever you want, because gouge is way worse with bleeds on the kill target. The AoE Garrote build is really fun though. Kind of. If you're gonna play like Asa Frost or something in 3s. You can actually top damage on Asa. If you just AoE Garrote everything, Crimson Tempest everything. You ever play Sub Shuffle? Nah, there's no point, I'll just tank. I don't think I've seen a single Sub Rogue Shuffle in like forever. Nah, I was like 4 points off of passing Calvish. It At least your MMR still goes up, even if you don't actually play, because inflation is a horrible system. So eventually my 2.7 MMR or whatever will turn into like 2.9 MMR in a month or two. And then even if I have like go 3 and 3, I'll gain rating. So there's no point in like tanking my MMR right now. If you just can't carry as a DPS anymore, you know, like there's no point. If I can't consistently 5 or 6 win every single lobby, I'm just gonna lose like hundreds of MMR. So you're just actively punished for like playing the game in shuffle if you're like high rated on a spec that doesn't auto win every single lobby. Like if you're a warlock or a DH, you can just blind Q shuffle all day. That's why there's usually 2 DHs and like 2 locks in like every lobby almost. Because they're just kind of classes that don't really ever get bad lobbies. I mean, I guess if you play lock in like really low elo hell, you're probably gonna get ran at by a lot of warriors, but yeah. DH, it's impossible to have a bad lobby. Unless you just don't know how to live into like certain classes at all. But yeah, if I was gonna play sub shuffle, I would have to like make a 4th rogue. And then just try to do like the Abby dance build for fun. And just be a pure CC bot. And then pray that I don't, you know, get stuck in elo hell of everyone breaking every single CC I go for. That's why Cyclone is like the only good CC in the game right now. Is degenerates can't break it. Because everyone just plays for a parse. Everyone just stares at their details every single game. Like, Rogue is still good. You can win a tournament on Rogue. You can, you know, get rank 1 on ladder on Rogue. Like, it's not bad. It's just, it's stressful and annoying and boring. How hard you have to gap everyone. Because of the stakes of the game. It just feels like everything you do is medium risk with negative low reward. And it never feels satisfying. It's always just that they fucked up this, not a I did this. I can get a bunch of like cool sap. I can go like, you know, Blade Flurry sap a druid on his drink 5 times without him even trying to get in combat or anything. Or CC me first. And even though he's like completely and it's like 40% dampening and no one has any CDs. Like there was a game against Calvish where I went behind a pillar, lined my healer as a non-orc with no trinket, no cloak. And he stuns me at 40% with a full kidney killing spree and I tank it. There's just like no stakes to the game anymore because nothing matters except for occasional random micro CC and the mana bar. All of your cooldown trading and all of your positioning mattering is just for the sake of mana. Because healers, the ball is entirely in the healer court and that didn't make any healers want to play more than before. It didn't change anything catering to them. Because at the end of the day, they didn't redesign healers to be more fun or more interactive. It just made the game more Mythic Plus Arena than it already was when they already gutted CC and already did the shitty 90-second medallion change. I meant to step kick the clone. I switched my focus back to the DH on accident. You could just clone me for free here. Because Killing Spree is like 2 seconds long, and Heart of the Wild Clone is like 0.8 perma Bloodlust the whole game. But he doesn't want to clone my AR for no reason, because he thinks I can kick him while Killing Spree when I can't. Sap DH out of this. Blade Rush for energy. Killing Spree out of the root. No procs. Finally some procs, something happened. Evasion and like 2 more finishers. My guy just dies here, I think. Yeah. I mean, I think they could rework CC across the board by lowering cooldowns in terms of effect and duration. You can give Druid 30-second bash, 30 range clone, Ursul's Vortex. You can give Searing Glare instant cast. You can give priests Spectral Guise back. You can get rid of triple DR CC entirely, just do full half immune. You can raise the time of DR resetting from 18 to like 20 or even 24. And then you can just buff CC back to 8 to 10 seconds. Remove Orc. I don't know, there's so many ways you can make it more consistent across the board. Like remove Root Beam, no one likes it. It's just useless into half the healers, insanely broken into other healers, and then it's like people feel really shitty if they're not a gnome, but then they feel shitty if they are a gnome into other things, and it makes your whole ladder experience inconsistent. If it's like, oh, I have to play gnome, this day I'm queuing because this team's queuing. Oh, now it's an RMP mirror, now I have to be an undead, and I have to log on my other priest. Oh, now RMP and Boomy are playing at the same time. I have to just coin flip if I lose or not. Like, situations like that are always really, really shitty. Calvish and Dino while I'm trying to do viewer twos. I see how it is. Get dash into clone. Gonna trinket even though I'm not an orc. Look at this. Blades, non-orc, no trinket. Nah. Apparently I didn't have Step Kidney for 4, apparently. Okay. That was awkward of me then. Bring into skin even though it's bad. That sucks that I continued the global press dance. Meld instead of vanishing here. Yeah, I don't get the CDR, but it lets me use my vanish like more defensively if I need it. Also lets me pause my AR while I wait on DRs. Could have sapped Druid there, he was actually out of combat. Sorry, because I'm off stun DR. Better grapple out of range of clone, couldn't. Now this is the only moment we're kind of scared a little bit. Try to blind the duel, but I couldn't. My healer probably dies. Yeah. Should never really lose that, it's just viewer 2s versus Dino. Can you dodge CC? No. Killing Spree is CCable, does piss damage, and can be dodged and parried now, and intervened. And even then there's a bug where sometimes where your teammates parrying can make Killing Spree cancel itself too. On the person you're not even using it on. Palomar was talking about that, but I haven't seen it. But he was basically saying like if a monk is fisting and I Killing Spree his teammate next to him, the fist will make the other guy still dodge it too. Like I don't know how they could make the ability worse than it already was. Like Count the Odds is like better 99% of the time. It's just people play Spree for fun. Like no one on EU ever plays Spree. And it's just like if you want to try to have a 200k burst window sometimes, which, you know, out of like 1.1 million, that's nothing, but... Death from above good? Nah, it's a DPS loss. You only press it to try to immune CC or like as a gap closer. And that's if you don't need OP cloak or disarm or bomb. It's very hard to afford it. It's, you know, there's so many honor talents that are good that you need. Dino losing 100 on his ult? He just probably wants to be low rating on his ult, yeah. So that you can snipe people or something. I meld bug so I don't get the re-stealth cheap shot and keep my adrenaline rush. Don't get to keep my 4-set roll the bone. I got micro CC'd. Might get a random re though. It's not worth it because I have to take the shuffle. BRB shuffle, sorry. 2 Death Knights is gonna be rough. Probably go Druid a lot. Guy doesn't trinket. Gets soloed by the Windwalker. Yeah, he did 1 million damage to the Druid. I did 650 though, surprisingly. The Blade Flurry was most of my damage on the D case. For just like a couple of levels. We're just gonna die again probably. Nice blind. Most Blade Flare on everything here. I'm actually dead though, I think. I mean, even though I had the most Blade Flare, I'm still last on damage, actually. Because everyone else also triple AoEs way harder than Blade Flurry does. Right, my DK got like 13 million of AoE there, that was crazy. My DH is set up, yeah. I'm gonna start playing it a little bit soon. Need to kill the Healing Tide. Okay. I mean, usually you could look at the healing done of it. It's just, yeah. There's just too many random execute mechanics in the game. Fatal Mark. Asa execute. Festering. Didn't have Blade Flurry for that. I mean, if you're in range and you have combo points, that's not worth losing like perma 5 roll the whole game with count the odds. It's just if you want like 200k burst when it's a Fiesta, a low rated game that you know people aren't gonna peel you. Really, the Healing Tide survived. It's just dead. Not much I can do to heal. Couldn't afford energy for Ghostly Strike here, so I spent too much trying to peel all 3. If I was Rush Setup, I could have maybe afforded it though. And I guess it's just a free 6-0 for the Shaman. 'Cause low rating lobbies are just brutal. Camera's lagging, really? Oh, it is. It's better now, I think. Weird. I've never seen it do that. Nope, it's doing it again. I will restart it in a sec. My killing spree actually just dodged on the DK there for no reason because of the Windwalker fisting. Palamore was right about that bug. I would have killed the DK like 5 globals ago with killing spree, but it just fizzled out for no reason because the Windwalker was fisting within like 10 yards of him. I wonder if it's because it's trying to dodge the Blade Flurry. That's dumb. Yeah, you get more energy regen procs from this. Oh yeah, let me restart my camera. Alright, hopefully it's better now. Seems better. Cool. That's mastery procs and poison procs. That's different. Fatal Flourish 100% is faster with a dagger. Because they made it to where the main hand is what procs mastery. And they normalized that offhands don't get punished on mastery proc damage. Because they just gave it a flat value of damage. So it wouldn't be like, oh, your mastery made your offhand attack, but since it's a dagger, it did way less damage. Because it's always the same amount on the mastery. So there's just, in PvE, everyone uses a fast offhand on Outlaw. Because you do get more energy procs. And, yeah, that's why. I think the poisons are normalized though, but I don't know. Drop stamina talent? No. Stamina is one of the most broken things about Outlaw, and it's also too high on the tree to make a difference. You could drop Ghostly, but Spree without Ghostly is pointless. Just play without Spree and play count the odds most of the time, unless you really know what you're doing. Run 4-piece, yeah. gouging one. Should let the fear path out of that. I was gonna get a half stab too if I didn't get trapped there. That was a good trap. A very good trap. Appeals for his healing stream totems. I shouldn't have killing spreed because it made me lose my roll to bones. No procs. I guess I stay energy starved. I don't know if we needed the dome here. They don't have CDs out. He MC'd my last though that I trinketed to with Batman. Thanks, Bubblegum. Super necessary. They do a lot of his healing here. It's the weak aura displaying spec. It's part of my better blizz plates and frames. It's everything. Most of my UI. Guy fakes his lasso first tick. Fuck off. I'm gonna get feared on this. Oh nice, I didn't. I wish we would just fear off the gouge instead of dotting him for no reason. It's so boosted. I don't know why everyone just has to play for parse the whole game. Like, imagine just being able to win with CC. At least the guy dispels his dots and lets me gouge him. Dead here. Try to gouge the healer for the win, but just micro CC good fear. Takes first take of penance, that's fine. Martin, thank you so much for the prime. The 4-month resub, appreciate it. First sub of the day. They switch target, scroll wheel, and then Z, X, and C is focus 1, 2, 3. Good fade. Hold on to mute that. Maybe bomb for a sap. Good. I sleep. Can't make sure I don't have blade flurry up. Or it's like 2 feet. Spree doesn't 20 to 0 him. Pick ulti. Yeah, keep safe, so it's fine. Nice sleep. Hopefully he doesn't die here. I gained a read and sap. He dies. He links, but I'm still not there. We had blind DH. Take this fade. Gouge into a kidney. Three, 10% HP, 4%, 2. Cloak and 2 as well. Better go gouge the healer then. He gets the ulti, he's fine. More than fine, he's completely tapped. The overlap kicks. Try to gouge to stop the fear, but I can't. Everyone accidentally turns gouge. I swear like gouge is just so much laggier than it used to be. I don't feel like people got that much better at turning it. I feel like it just has like a fucking 5-degree window sometimes now. I just lived at 10% twice for no reason. How do streamers get their camera to be in the air like yours? My webcam has like a field of view setting and I cranked it all the way out. So it's like actually half the room. I just crop the camera down in OBS. Just going healer more if we're gonna perma-dot the healer anyway. I'm dying to air here, so I didn't grab the Hellstone. I made it like so far back in the middle of the room that I didn't see it. At least I have him now. Good Stormkeeper up. Really? I have a full sap here and we just win the game. But we just die to air. I swear I get win traded on every lobby, man. It's crazy. Even. I hate this DH, just wastes all my DRs on CD. Probably dead here to air. Good death. I love just having no burst. It's fun. I hate shuffle so much. The DH just does his own random incaps when I don't have stun DR. And then does his own random stun when I don't have gouge DR. Lock permadots the healer so I can never gouge. Just feels like win traders every single game. It's actually just insane. Common space combat for literally no reason because the game's bad. Can't crit for the next 20 seconds. Doubt the dragon will decurse me with his bleed dispel. Break my own gouge or play flurry, but it's at a couple of levels. Gave both my teammates haste. DH dies to air because nothing matters. God, shuffle is just terrible. I'm gonna go count the odds. Or turn the tables, I mean. I can pad harder. This. I don't know if I needed a PS here. CD's kind of already ended by then. Make this fade. I had a sap there, but unlucky, I guess. We didn't like mind games it for no reason. I was just doing kidney blind into sap. We dome air, where I'm not even in it. Probably not worth vanishing here without kick and stun. Not worth getting feared on a subterfuge. They let me re-up the fear somehow. Didn't matter. Guess we just run. We don't spend too much mana that we don't need to. We're winning pretty hard on mana. Which is the only thing that matters in this game. Have I died through book? Guy triggers blind to kill me. That's just because we wasted both our pain subs and our dome on literally nothing. Oh, WoW Zoom. Get like an add-on like advanced interface options. There's also like a macro you can run. But you just change your max zoom distance to like 2.6 or whatever. Also, it's in the Leatrix add-on, I think, too. This is a good dome. They landed CC. I could have almost sapped if he didn't fade that. That was a good fade. I was trying to bomb to get the sap. Thank God that mind control didn't disconnect me because I was midair. DB didn't hit, but I'll take it. I'll between the eyes manually there and put it on CD because I don't have dance or vanish for a while. Forget who that mage is. Is that Chun on mage? It's numbing? Oh, okay. Yeah, I always forget who that is. F. I wish people just had their own names, but I get it. I feel like I would play better if I just had a bunch of random names and people didn't get like so emotionally invested in me failing. I feel like so many people try just to try to grief me. If I just had a random name, I'd have much better RNG, I feel like. It works both ways. When it's a really fast-paced meta, it's kind of better to have a name scare them because then they waste defensives when they don't need to. But when the game is so slow and you can always be greedy, it makes people just wake up and actually try and not get bored and use shit aggro for no reason. They're like, oh fuck, I can't lose to Naj, and then they just actually hold on to their defensives all game instead of just wasting everything. It's annoying, man. I just... Gotta like a rename change or something. Accidentally alt tabs, but that's fine. I'm back. Free stage combat for no reason. Got some procs. Love to see it. Getting into that. That X, I'm not playing cheat death. One finisher away from evasion, but I died to the priest. Holy fire, not break that. We actually survived. That's insane. Might sap that. Just accidentally paid for my sap. Feels bad, man. I'll play this raise negative since I CC'd. Oh, just a positive with one cast because every healer is OP except for priest, but. By that I mean, holy, I think this priest is fine, maybe. I mean, it's not like competitive, but. Holy should just lose on mana. I have evasion and like one more finisher. Fair overlap, but honestly, I probably needed it because of the priest damage. City. Dance for the healing, I guess. That fierce hit as long as I can. Oh, I am playing cheat dead, I forgot. Okay, thought I wasn't for some reason. Did proc already, so I don't have it. I stays combat again for no reason. I have 30 seconds till the shuffle starts. I think I die this global anyway. Another Windwalker DK lobby. Ping the druid that I want to go druid. Go blade flaring through this. He's playing unwrappable. Still just gets deleted. I guess this is another 3-3 because I think the Ardra is just gonna go 06 again. This was like what happened 2 lobbies ago. Low rating is just elo hell, man. I don't know how I carry this druid to get 1 win. He's just gonna get ran at every game. Actually, maybe the Ret rogue round it's possible because the Ret can prop pally him up. But I don't see how he doesn't just get ran at by the Windwalker every round. Even if he plays unroppable, he loses so much healing. And even if the Windwalker's on his team, he's fighting a Mistweaver with it also. So he has to like play unrop every game. Poor guy, man. There's like nothing he actually can really do. My DK just gets deleted solo. I guess not solo, they're all 3 hitting him. Goes the sap icon, same add-on, these two. I don't like kiting to my healer ever, but dash trinket. They break the blind and stuff. Possible to win. Can you ret and then stun healer in a sec? I got like strict dying and vanish. I vanished all this. Nope, not possible to win. I guess it's just another 06 for the Sardred. Good thing I waited a while for this Q. Maybe it's possible to get the Ardred 1 win with the red though. That's what I'm holding on for. So right side of the bed by Atreyu. Windwalker actually gonna solo? That's really bad for me. Oh, I guess that means I only get 2 wins instead of like 3 to 4. I'm getting win traded on by the Sturge, dude. Even the Sturge is a win trader. Elo hell is real, man. Shouldn't have tanked like 300 points. Match quality is just so low now. I don't know if there's such thing as high match quality though in this patch also. Gonna die without bubbling, probably. Break that. He doesn't time it off of anything, or like wait for them to spread out. Probably would have broken his own blind even if I didn't have Blade Flurry yet. Try to go gouge off that. DR cheap shot the healer, micro fist. Rocks. Good incap, really good clone. The ret might be able to carry him. 10%, man. Shouldn't have gone back and forth. I should have committed, but I wanted to corner him, so he had to run into the ret. But he got topped in like one global. No, I didn't get the killing spree there. This guy's got good ports though. At least we got the dirt on the board. That means I go back to 3-3. If Surge didn't grief me, I guess I'd be at 4 wins instead. Like, because we win this round for free, and I would have been the Druid's only win for a 4 win. If Sturge wasn't getting a 5 win with me being his only loss. Well, no. Yeah, that'd be it. Oh no, he's only getting 4 wins. How did he drop 2? I don't remember the Druid winning a second round, I'm confused. Wishing I had Shadow Step range to get to the Druid so badly. It's only 4 Trents out right there. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, okay. I guess this is like a 6-0 for the ret then. If both of the Druids wins or the ret pally. Or a 5 win for the ret, I mean. Free the guy at 30% HP. I'd probably die. I mean, I don't always sit with my legs up though. But yeah, I'm pretty underweight. I don't always sit like this. It's just nice for my back sometimes to just compress up a little bit. Kind of just alternate back and forth. What would be next class if Rogue didn't exist? Probably quit the game. I have every class leveled, but I don't really enjoy many other classes. DH doesn't have enough keybinds. It's fun to backflip things though, because I do like melding and like... I probably might enjoy DH more than I would enjoy Windwalker, to be honest. Just because I like immuning things. It's just... when DH needs like triple the amount of keybinds. It shouldn't have the passive Fury. It should have like a, you know, Sinister Strike equivalent mash key, which normally you can. It depends on what build you're at. But like that build should be the best build. One finisher away from evasion. Off. Breaks my gouge, unlucky. One finisher away from evasion. Dang it. Half cloak. We didn't get the fair on the priest. ASAP like that in combat. It's not about you being in combat, it's about your enemy being in combat. So you chain it off other CC. So you could do like stun into blind into sap. Because most CCs don't actually apply combat. You just have to chain them together. Sometimes I'll try to like smoke bomb at the end of a blind or like blind off of like a step kick or something. Or like sap out of a fear. It takes 6 seconds to drop combat. Zoo specs, they shouldn't exist. No spec in the game should have more than like one primary pet and like maybe one like cooldown pet. Of like, oh, you're on Unholy DK with a big ghoul. Okay, now you pulled out a gargoyle, you know, like, okay. But there just shouldn't be that many things on the screen. It's really, really bad for the game. It just hurts the visual fidelity and smoothness of it. Not even like your FPS, but it's like unnecessarily like brain taxing. And just makes the game like feel less smooth. Just acknowledging that all that shit exists. Even if you use add-ons to like hide the nameplates of all of like the specific like wild imps and stuff like that, but. Does that mean internal bleeding prevents a follow-up kidney? I think the dot is the same time as the kidney. And if you're blinding, you'd remove the dot anyway. If you did like stun into blind. Accidentally OP cloak, but that's whatever. I haven't heard this song in so long. I'm jamming right now. Wish I had DFA here to just not get CC'd, but. Don't know why we feared the mage. Don't know if we needed swap here either. Not even blind feint. Okay, I didn't gain anything from that evasion then. I mean, the only thing I could really use it on is Shadow Fiend anyway, but didn't double feared, can't avoid it. Might be dead here. Be dead never works. Only did 13K. Sucks 'cause I was jamming the first half of that game. I think if I had a couple DFAs though, I could have killed them when they overlapped block and swap. Rooting hard for you guys tomorrow? Yeah, I mean, we're in the losers bracket, but I think it's winnable. The problem is we need to get like top 4 to make the gauntlet or whatever, I think, because we did so bad in the first cup. We did some VOD review of the games against Calvish and against Unitas yesterday, though. I didn't review the Ret Hunter games or the TSG games, though. Those are kind of just normal games. Probably shouldn't go smoke bomb into this. Go to state OP cloak. So I can get out of the Monk's disarm. I don't know what broke the gouge. That's it as long as I can. Actually, chop that. Make sure I don't have Blade Flurry yet. Go give my guy haste. Blade Flurry back. Stun the I-beam. Or he doesn't get the haste buff. Tried to free kick that. Let that sit. His leg sweep an 8. Getting double leg swept off this. Grappled away from it. Might be mixing it up in a few more though. Yeah, DH is still the best melee except for Outlaw. Like DHLE is like rampant on EU because it's just like two best like PvE classes. No, you're just doing things in between the eyes. Firearm peek can work in this meta? No. Fire is dog shit. They nerfed glass cannon and that was the entire point of fire. So arcane is just better in every single comp. And Holy Priest is also the worst healer on mana, and every single game is decided on mana. The only sub-row comp is the Houghton comp of like sub Windwalker. Or just having the Windwalker carry your damage. Maybe you could still play sub-row Boomy too. Depending on the matchup. But Outlaw is just a better version of almost every single comp. I'm gonna DR Kidney just because I don't want that clone to go off. Finally gets it. Dropped combat, but I didn't have a way to stop it. Because Emerald Communion doesn't reapply it. Evasion because they landed CC. We're out of paint ups already, 2 minutes into the game. I don't really know what we used them on. Spirit and nullifying. Don't really like this gouge because I can't chain it into anything, but nothing really lines up right now. Reused Fear really weird. If you were to choose life, you know? I'm gonna mix it up though after this one probably. I've given this guy enough games. Barrel is just really, really weak right now. Surprised there was like 2 ferals on EU. There must not like be anyone playing there. The Hound's Cleave? I mean, they just tried Demo Lock, and Demo Lock is good into Sub Rogue. It's not rocket science. That's why the casters, every single series of a team that was losing to them were like, why don't they play Mage Lock? You know, that's what everyone always said every series. And everyone just acts like Mage Lock's unplayable, but I swear, like, Demo would never... Like, Demo anything would never lose. Like, they tried Demo Outlaw, and I think that actually is probably good. In that matchup, at least. I don't agree with Nixie going Orc Outlaw, though. I think you lose way too much damage not being that off. And if you want to go Orc, then you just sub-mirror it. But in general, there's so many comps that should just beat it. I don't know how it won the first cup. Like, you just give anyone like 6 games into it, and then they never really lose to it again. Just knowing how to play around flag. And their main benefit is just they never play ladder or shuffle or anything. So it's like hard to like get practice into it. I don't know if I want to do double rogue. Dark icons? It's the better Blizz plates and frames. It should be updated recently. Just re-update the add-on and then do it again, because I haven't changed anything since the last time I gave the profile updated. Look at the Palion. So yeah, you might just have an outdated version, but like 2 builds ago, I haven't really changed it since then. It might be the cast bar. I might have moved that back down on focus to below rather than above, because I had both of them above the target and focus, but I did move the focus cast bar back. Maybe that's like the only thing that could be different. Oh, I could do that too. Shuffle more impressive than 3s now. Shuffle is just completely RNG. There's 0 skill in that bracket. I'd be more impressed by someone's cheese rating than shuffle rating almost. And there was seasons where I was like number 1, 2, and 3 Asa, number 2 sub, and number 1 outlaw. In like season 2 and shit. I don't know. I don't put any faith in it. And we're lagged out. Oh, get back. Oh, and we're lagged out again. We love the servers lately. Better beat this log? Yeah, I've gotten like 2 globals off this entire game. I don't know how I'm energy starved. I can't press my keyboard at all. I saw the damage from the Chaos Bolt like 2 seconds after it hit me. Held that. JK doesn't want to go off. I don't know what he's trying to port kite. Can't even see where he's at. So disorienting. I'm not dropping any frames on stream. Looks like this one's permanent. Am I getting like my other WoW lagged out? Nope. I'm dual boxing and my other WoW is fine. Weird. I don't know. It's weird because like I'm dual boxing and my other WoW is fine. Sketchy. It's crazy is I still did 2.2 million damage and I didn't get to play like the entire game. Yeah, the tournament realm servers are like even worse than the ladder servers. I don't know why the servers have been so bad lately. have cloaked the Amp Curse off sooner. He was almost off Stundir, but I'd rather interrupt him as just to be annoying. Getting coiled out of this. Doesn't coil me, nice. Getting coiled now though. Into a fear times 3. It's off CD. Never really seen unlock. Just not press it. I'm very confused why he just doesn't know he has it or something. Go the Healing Tide into the west. Try to target the Fel Obelisk. Was their big tyrant push. Find the meatball. Gouge that. Guess I just lose my Adrenaline Rush. Didn't get enough uptime to farm Vanish back. It's rep, I guess. Getting you out of that. He knows I have no kick, but he still fake casts anyway instead of just fearing me. Can blind in 2. Take low aggro here. You're crazy? Thanks, man. Looks like I fled. Nice to spell on the Hunter's Mark. Love to see it. Trying to evasion scatter shot. Just spinning so it makes it harder for him to get behind my evasion ever. Somehow he's got Adaptive Storm on himself. This Hunter CDs here. I'll go disarm that. Probably cloak out of this if I need to. Managed to keep my Hunter's Mark going. Wish I had a dot to keep Feral from getting a clean re-stealth. I don't have dots as outlaw at all. Getting cloned. It's half at least. I just kill Feral out of this. Downsides of double DPS, they have like a go to win. Invoke the top himself. Good kick. It's not really ever possible to lose this. I could be 1500 against like BlizzCon players and I'd probably still win in this matchup. It's like the most one-sided matchup of all time because we have like 2 bops and OP cloak. Like this, and like Feral is like the only weak spec in the entire game. It's the only spec that's not immortal, and it's the only spec that can do less damage than a rogue. But just 3 ways to remove his bleeds. He's just stuck in bear the whole game, or just trying to spam clone out of like scatter. It's like the only thing they could do. It's just double DPS is dog shit compared to healer DPS. I have to win this in the opener because of the shuffle. I didn't roll the bonus stealthies. Your overlap kicks. No stop for the Radiance, he's gonna get topped here. Same druid that goes 06 every lobby. Maybe he won't go 06 this time though. Flex Druid drop combat there, but I don't know how my Between the Eyes got on CD, but we're gonna just die. That sucks. I had Kidney for Rogan like one more level too. At least the Druid won a round. That's like the most I've seen him win in like the last 5 lobbies I've gotten this guy in low rating. It's crazy every lobby is just like some DK lobby though. I'll stay disarm even though it's kind of bad, but maybe I'll disarm like Unholy Frenzy even though it doesn't do much. So I can have the maximum peel. Or like force the DH to backflip at least. Triple cheap the nullifying off. Make sure I don't lose my 4-piece. The dragon, he has wall though, so I'll probably have the DPS. Play flurry up. Grapple away. Hopefully my rogue doesn't just die here. I think he does though. Okay, the DH in 1 on his eye beam, he doesn't get the haste. Still both dying though to air. Squat. Dancing for the healing. I'm like 2 finishers away from evasion. Evasion back, but we're both still dead the whole game. Close the wombo combo. Sucks that he can use me on my meld subterfuge. I'm the only one that'll ever try to get nullifying off. DH just gets soloed, he nether walked at least. I don't like trading this Astro Rogue because I just get AoE'd so hard. I vanish in 1 second. I guess I should have danced for the healing, like way before the vanish, but honestly it heals me for like 40k. I don't think it would save me. Just dying to air. I guess to just do so much AoE when I'm on the rogue. My Blade Flare doesn't do that much even if they stack. Like even this round I had like pure Blade Flare, or not the other round. Got a 6 roll off the bat, Copium. Swap on the skin. I just trinket. Post the Wombo combo when all this breaks. Micro CC'd 5 more times. Getting called triple DR for no reason. Going this guy no skin. Killing spree bugged out. Probably because the DH had flare or something? No. I don't know what made the dodge. I have cloak out of this, should be okay. My DK dies though. I'm gonna play some Demon Hunter soon, I think. I wanted to push number 1 on all 3 specs, because I'm only like 1 sub-rogue game away, once there's like more inflation, but... I don't know, Outlaw Shuffle is just so down bad. My other rogue's like 50 points off, but like, this one I tanked 300 and it's just unplayable Elo hell. I've never seen worse match quality than this. In every round, it's just It just feels like win trading. I'm not convinced that there's actual human beings that queue shuffle. Like this has to be AI PvP. Like I feel like I'm in the comp stomps, like Arathi Basin right now. Every single lobby I've played today. Better. Maybe I'll play Windwalker actually a little bit because I haven't played it in like a week. Doesn't stay in my route. Feels bad, man. Karma to aggro. I'm dying through it. I guess I can wall and everything else, but I didn't think I would just die through karmaing aggro, to be honest. I thought my healer would like press any button on his keyboard instead of just stay 80 yards away and not push in with me. It was a pretty slow death though. I should have still walled. Because my karma broke at around 40% and then I died 2 seconds after. Scary here. Shouldn't have been playing Disarm, I should have respect. Bribe you again? Maybe sometime. I feel bad for this pally because I've left like 4 shuffles in a row on him. Maybe I won't queue a shuffle after this one for a couple of games. I don't know if I'm in a double DPS 2's mood right now, to be honest. Played too many shuffles today. I meant to incap the priest there and then rob for a double leg sweep. I didn't mean to switch my focus back. Just playing too fast. A little scary for me unless my healer uses something. Should be okay. Can't canceling my fist like that, but I had wall, I'm greedy. I don't know. I didn't feel like I was taking any damage. I don't understand like these low rated healings because the game is never fast paced. Just feels like every death is like a really slow death of my healer's not CC'd. What's up, Firemark? That was a good fly. Let's be karma high because no healer does anything in this game. Spell my OWA. Rogue dies to air. Guess I wall and dampen. Karma in 30. Steadier to air. They gotta sleep on the priest, I guess. Sucks the priest got one win. It just seems like a 6-0 healer diff. I don't know how I lost to the priest once. Like 1 yard out of range to get that. Feels bad. Didn't get the rogue with that. Swap, I guess. Wanted to rob the rogue out of LOS, but moving Captain 1. Don't have leg speed for it though. Might still send my damage. I'm gonna wait. Later, Arth. Sorry I took so many shuffle cues on you. I'm down another time. Tried to parry his kidney there. Block's just lagged out, I guess. Win trade lobby confirmed. I mean, I was lagging out earlier, so I think it's just the servers. Tried to get the dragon with that too. Trying to subterfuge and all that. Yeah, if you want to, Tronix, we could send some. Did they say why? People are saying RMT, but that's just what I heard in Twitch chats. I don't know. Just weird that they would do it mid-tournament like that. Unless it was just his account was already not in good standing and they didn't know he was who he said he was, kind of thing. I don't know how motivated I am to keep queuing right now, though. Sucks to only have one sub today. And like, just like the match quality of playing Shuffle. I might just stop playing Shuffle or something. I wanted to get like #1 on all 3 rogue specs, but it seems so out of my control compared to like playing the real game. I don't know. Thanks, Bomba. It feels like it's been 3 hours and it feels like it's been like 20 already. I don't know if I want to like keep doing Shuffle or if I don't really want to do viewer 2s either. So, I was thinking I might just like get off. I wasn't even saying like motivated like financially. I just meant like fun wise. Cause I feel like I'm just gonna make me like play worse than AWC tomorrow if I like do a bunch of dumb shit. I'll ask people for 3s though. Were you in tomorrow? I don't know if I believe that much of this meta. Or like the least experienced team too. It's just like a YOLO for fun team. P makes it, he doesn't know what he's DQ'd for, I just asked him. I don't think my team is on till like a few more hours. Or maybe we do like some more games off stream or something. In like a couple hours, so. If I don't get a Shuffle pop on either WoW in a couple minutes, maybe I'll get off soon. And then go back to normal full-time hours after AWC. Just been doing a couple hours of practice sometimes. I don't know. I gotta figure out how to make the game more fun, because Outlaw's not that fun. Maybe I just do a bunch of sub-double DPS even if the win rate is awful. Even if it's like worse practice too. Because the games are just so damp, I don't know how to make it less damp. Like hopefully just playing ults is more fun if I just play more Windwalker and DH. If these classes actually can do damage. But playing Outlaw Arcane. Yeah, and Warlock. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take a break and go get some food. GG's, guys. Thank you again, Bomba. And Martings. Catch you guys in AWC tomorrow, and then back to the normal full time. What do you mean, the cows?